Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Aussie Farming in the Philippines. Well, the rain's finally stopped. It's been on and off all yesterday afternoon, all last night, all this morning. The wheelbarrow was full of water, and today it's been on and off as well. So we went into town this morning to take Chick's computers in. She needs upgrading on her computer, so I said, all right, Dales, go and get it done now, Dales. So we took her into town to get all that done. And when we come back, it was about 11 o'clock. So what I did was I pulled Big Red out. I wanted to test her. So we had that Kevlar belt, the right one that was on the cutting deck. Yes, the cutting deck, and that was perfect. But it was the wrong size for the drive belt. It was a bit long. So they're in the mail coming, so that's good. Thank you very much, mate, for that. Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much. Seriously, I'm very, very pleased that we have a lot of subscribers that are always willing to help us out. And they see our videos on the farm and they say, oh, this might be able to help him out a little bit better. You know, for example, he's got such and such a list. I might send him this as a surprise for him. I'll tell you, thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. So, I found, as I said, I found an old drive belt, which was at the back of all the others. I'd never throw anything out. When you have a hobby farm, you never throw anything out, guys. Even your old belts that you replaced. If you do plumbing work, you cut off a pipe, you always hang on to all that shit. Seriously, that's what I said to Earl Wilcox when I was doing the plumbing at his place. Was hang on to everything, every little connection, hang on to it, because you don't know when you're going to need it. So I put that belt on, and it sort of worked. So my priority was this back area here, as you can see, is this area here. See how long it was, and this was growing right across into here. This was only less than a metre walkway through here. But the trouble with that drive belt is because it's she's pretty tethered. It's sort of like you push your foot down, and that turns the idler arms with the pulleys and puts tension on it, which makes it drive. And so you put it down, it will stop. Then you take your foot off, and you put it down again. It will move forward. Then it'll go for a little bit, then stop. So you take your foot off, then you put your foot back down again. It'll get going again. But it's only like walking pace, like I am now. But I didn't give a fuck, you know, walking pace or not. It got this down so I can walk here without the fucking snakes coming out. Yes, there are lots of snakes here. Lots of snakes. Just like people, a lot of people are snakes too. We won't go there. Right, so this is my rest area here. I'm thinking of making a wooden bench to put here. Same as like we've got up over in the shelter over there. Because I walk the goats up to here. Now the goats are trained now. In the old days I used to mow every road all the way through, 2 or 3 times widths. I used to mow it, and all along the back road along there. But I ended up, I cut them down. Now I only just do this one road, which you can see here, and I also do in front of this people here. These are the ones who had that veggie garden. They're real nice people. They come over and talk to us when they come out. If they see us in the backyard, they come out on a weekend and they'll walk down to the farm and have a yarn with us down there. So they're quite nice. They give us some of their corn when they harvest it as well. They said, look, thank you very much for looking after the place for us. You know, even though you don't do much, it's sort of keep an eye out for us. Thank you very much. So I would just mow here. That's it. It stops there. I used to mow all the way down. Used to, but not anymore. Fuck that. So this is all I do now, is through here. So even though that belt was slow, and it's only, like I said, it's only walking pace, it cut through this shit. Look, this over foot tall, 30 centimetres tall through here. It actually just ripped through that. This is all one hit, guys. There's no going over it 2 or 3 times. This is one hit. That's it. So I actually mowed down through there, come up there, reverse back down again, and I come out through here on the line. You see where it's just thrown it all through. So what I do with the goats, I walk them up to here. They're trained now. They're easy to train, petting farms. That's my rest area there, underneath the shade. The sun's always up here, as you can see. That's the only spot I've got shade. So I can start them here, and I'll eat from here, and I'll go around. I'll call them back, and I'll come back down through here. They'll go across. They may go up. I'll call them back again. And they work their way all the way across to the house. So this was my priority, so it worked. So Chris, it wasn't a total failure, mate. You know, those belts on the cutter, this cut through this shit, mate. Look, one hit. Look how deep this is. Look, we'll go down to here. Whoop. Hey, cut right through it. So she's an old mower, but it's a good mower, the old yardsman. Like, the only thing that fucked it up was Kalut. Yes, I know people are going to bag out Kalut, but Kalut had never driven a vehicle before. He'd never driven a car, a truck. never been to the go-karts or anything like that, never, ever, ever. So you can imagine him when he had the mower, he used to go fucking flat chat everywhere. And that's how he broke a couple of the belts when he was out the front, and I said to him, mate, slow down for fuck's sake. And he's in reverse and he stops it fast, he throws it into forward and goes forward and snap. And it's like, well, that's what snaps your belts, mate, you know, I'm like, hello. So anyway, he was, many times I'd tell him slow down because he was always going flat chat. But if I hadn't have had Kulip on that mower, I tell you what, she would have been a fucking beauty, guys. Seriously, would have been an absolute beauty. You know, I like it, I really do. It's I think they pick him up. They said they can pick him up at in the States at Walmart or fucking one of those places, whatever they're called, for about 1,500 thereabouts. Well, we paid 170,000 peso. That's about 3.5 grand we paid. So we paid you know, a lot more than what you can buy them for in the States. But I tell you, it cut. Look, this just cut right through this shit. Look how deep this was. Just cut right through it, guys. So they're an old mower now, but if you keep giving it the loving, she actually works quite well. So what am I going to do next? Well, we've got some in the mail coming again from Chris, thank you. Now, the belt's a bit long, so, for the drive. So, I done some Googling on YouTube yesterday and last night. I was just laying in bed, stroking myself, thinking of no one in particular at the time. And I thought, oh, can you rejoin fan belt blades? So I done a Google on it, and there's a guy there, and I tell you, I liked his show. He had something like 600,000 subscribers, and it's just a normal Joe Blow, and in his middle ages, I'd say probably around 40, 50. And he says, look, I can join him back on, and this is how I do mine. What he does is he cuts it, and he cuts it into a step. I think they call it a collar joint. So what a collar joint is, let me go hands pro. So what collar joint is they'll cut the top section out of the joint here, and I'll cut the bottom section out. So it's sort of like this. That's your belt there, that's your top, that's your bottom. So when they actually do is they join it together, just like so, and all he put on it was super glue. And he said make it 3 times the width. So if you got a half inch wide belt, then you make it 1.5 inch long. Now he done that with super glue, and he says you can't break it. And he yanked and he pulled and he done everything he can. And he said he had one of them on one of his lathes, and he broke the pulley before he broke the belt. So it does work. So because I've got the spare one there, I'm going to try that. So Chick and I, when we were in town today, we got one of the super glues, which was good for what was it, metal, plastic, rubber, all that type of shit. So general purpose U-Butte super duper glue. So I'm going to try that and see as an interim, because I've got nothing to lose, have I? Like the belt's going to be sitting here up on the storeroom, so give it a try, you know. And if it goes, because that Kevlar belt, mate, on that cutter, look at this. Now this was only cut once, all right? I left this for the goats. Now I only drove through here once. Look, I was only walking pace because the transmission drive belt wasn't the best. Look how tall this grass is here, look. Right? So it cuts it through. It bloody works well, you know. So if anyone says, would I buy a Yardman or an MTD again? Yeah, fucking A. Yeah, definitely. We don't have the options here where we are, like, you know, zero turns and battery operated ones and solar ones. We don't have that option here, guys. You know, it's nice in your world living with fucking Disneyland and all that, where you can go out and see Mickey Mouse and all that. But there is no Mickey Mouse here. There ain't none. A few people like Mickey Mouse, so they're fucking stupid, I tell you, but oh well. So there you go. So that's the update on Big Red. So we'll see how that goes. And I see the goats are all trained now. Start them up the end, and they just walk all the way along to here, their little parade ground there. This I've mowed down for them. And I said they'll stay here until after 4, and then Chick will bring him in, because I'll be doing my animals. Animal! Here to karaoke. Now that's 300 metres away, guys, karaoke. We don't need YouTube music playing. We don't need nothing like that. We have neighbours 300 metres away that we can hear every beautiful sound coming out of their voice.
Chloe's still complaining she doesn't have you.
No, I'll just give her a snack. That's half a container for Chloe. They sound so good. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember, hit the subscribe button. Only 54% as everyone is subscribed. So if you're watching my videos, you must be return viewers, which you are, and you can hit that subscribe button for me. You really help us out well. Don't forget, we have channel membership. That helps us out well with the channels. I'm buying GoPros and fixing up the computers and the programs as well. So that's a good subtle e-begging from the trolls. Oh look, the trolls' little budgies. There's one for your little budgie trolls. So there you go guys, this is us on the farm. The rain has stopped. We don't know what the weather pattern is today. We didn't see. We've been too busy today, so hopefully it might just stay away. All right baby, ta-da.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. All right guys, share, subscribe or buy, hit that subscribe button. Catch you later, ta-da.